Bonjour, bonjour. Well, it's Wednesday today. For those of you that might need to know these things, of course, Wednesday is mercredi. Yes, that's possibly something that is worth learning, the days of the week. Lundi, Monday, Mardi, Tuesday. You should all remember Mardi because everybody knows Mardi Gras. You know, and you might think about Brazilian girls in skimpy costumes dancing, but yes, Mardi, Tuesday, Mercredi, Wednesday, Jeudi, Thursday, Vendredi, Friday, Samedi, Saturday, and Dimanche, Sunday. Yes, that's right. That's your French lesson for the day. It's that lovely time of day when it's not light enough to start work, but it's light enough to be up and doing the things that should be done at the start of the day. You know, listening to the bird song. And preparing oneself mentally for the rest of the day. Nice clear sky, so I've got a feeling that the start of the day may well be sort of garden orientated. Yeah. But I think I'm going to put the kettle on for a second cup of tea. Well, looking at the time reminds me that I've got things that I need to be doing this afternoon. And looking at the weather, I think it's time just to put the oven on and to sum up what it is that I've achieved this morning. 3 barrow loads of weeds. Yeah. Clear and obvious progress, but equally clear and obvious things still to do. Oh well, never mind. God willing, I'll be here tomorrow to do some, and if I'm not, well, I won't see what a mess it is. It's good to see these courgettes doing quite well. These other courgettes are looking a little bit anemic, but yeah, we might have to throw some fertiliser around them. But this weather where you get rain and warm, of course everything just grows. And the successful plants that grow best, of course, are all of the weeds. But the tomatas are doing quite nicely. We've got flower. We've also got shoots that need picking out. We've got weeds that need pulling up. If you can pull them up when they're that size, it makes life a lot easier. Yeah, we're going to have some tomatoes. I'm not picking any peas today, but I think tomorrow I will have enough to make it worth cooking. You have to hunt for them. some people hunt big game and some people hunt buffalo. I hunt peas. Oh, peas. There's another one there. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? But not today. Well, I've done a few things today, including, of course, being Wednesday, Scrabble with the old girls. Oh dear. No, I didn't win. They were pulling words out of their French vocabularies that, well, yeah, don't ask me what they all meant. But anyway, I've eaten and I've done all the things that one is supposed to do, and I just thought we'd just have a little look at this thing. Now, I popped the hubcap off, and look at that. That's the colour that this should be. Now, I don't know, but that looks like sort of Marian blue. I wonder if I can find on the internet what they actually call that blue. And how do we know that this is a Qualcast B1? Well, because it tells us. And it tells us that it's made in England, Qualcast Limited, Derby, England. Yeah, there's a thing. Now, it's missing its roller, which is a problem, isn't it? And not just the roller, but also the pin that the roller goes on. Now, I didn't bother measuring that hole. I simply, see, everywhere I go I find a small furry person who wants to see what I'm doing. I simply walked into the brico-marché and they stock various bits of metal, and without measuring I simply looked along their shelf and I picked up a piece of steel. Exactly what sort of steel it is, I don't know. You know, is it free turning, mild? I don't know. We'll find out when I try to put a thread on it. And oh look, we've even got a barcode. I wonder if any of you are clever enough to use that barcode to tell me how much this cost. Best you don't. Yeah, so without measuring, I just picked up a piece of steel, and look at that. Bearing in mind, I bet that's an imperial size hole, and I know this is a metric size bit of metal. So I think the next thing for me to do with this is to cut it to length and work out if I'm going to thread it and put a nut on the end, or if I'm simply going to drill it and put a split pin. So I think probably drill it and put a split pin through. That's probably all it ever had. And then I shall find a nice bit of wood and turn up a roller with an hole all the way through it. That's going to be fun, isn't it? I seem to remember that my grandma's one didn't have one roller. I think it had two little short rollers. I'll look at some pictures.